What is up, everybody? Thank you to Dachi for the resub. I appreciate it. What the fuck is... people are saying in my chat saying DW's outsourcing the NP animations? That sounds ridiculous. Like, what does DW even do anymore? Like, holy shit, if you can't hire enough artists to do the sprite work, like, I mean, what are you doing with your money, right? That is fucked, dude. And I get it, outsourcing happens in the video game industry, I know this, and in some areas it makes sense, but I mean, a classic sign of development hell is outsourcing too much and outsourcing things that don't make any sense. And I would say the NP animations, which are really important, I would say, to this game, is not something you should be outsourcing. I mean, that's like the meat of the game is the animations on the servants. It really is. So like, I'm just confused. What do they do with their money if they're not hiring more artists to help with animation updates and things like that? I just don't know. I mean, I guess pumping it into the soccer awards, and we saw how that worked out. I mean, they don't do the writing, they don't do the character art, they don't, now apparently they don't do the NP animations, like that unbelievable, man. Unfucking believable. What a game. Anyway, back to 5.5. Still trying to not summon an archer that's like game breaking and not use Hercules, but I'm about to summon Hot Wheels, but we'll stick with like Billy for now and see how it goes. Hot Wheels would be really nice here though, because not only does he just do so much damage and that'll easily get through the damage cut, he has invulnerability so he won't die to the sure hit. So he's really good here, but I'm going to try to do it without summoning an archer that's super strong. Some people think Billy is summoning an archer that's super strong, but no. I love my boy Billy, but he's not that good. Like, he's okay. He's like, a Grailed Billy is like summoning a pretty average level 80 4-star, right? That's pretty much what Billy is. Now, there are certain circumstances, though, where Billy does kind of escalate in value because the fight is just so up his alley, where like just having kind of a medium damage, you know, NP you can get on demand with sure hit is just like the exact counter to the fight. But this is not one of those fights. And not only that, this boss counters people with evade, and Billy has evade, so it's really not that great for him. Billy probably is better than Gil here, I'll say that. It depends though, you could still make Gil kind of good here. You wouldn't want to do double Gil, that's stupid, but like, you could still get some decent value out of Gil just because he is a 5-star. But yeah, Gil would never be my first pick in a fight where one AoE is de-incentivized and the main boss isn't a servant. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Gil is still good if the enemy's not a servant, if it's a true, like, through and through AoE fight, right? If it's about just doing AoE stuff, like, okay, well now Gil has normal AoE damage, and that's fine. But if it's more of a single target fight, which this one is, even though it looks like an AoE fight, it really isn't, and the boss isn't a servant, there's just no point. Even that Hot Wheels would be better than my Billy, I think. Now, we almost won with this setup. And I think this setup would have worked if I had gotten more value out of David. But the RNG is in how, if Ricky Boy gets the job done quick or not. There's a decent amount of RNG in that. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can do to make this more stable. I could move George, or I could cut George. I could change the default Mystic Code. I could bring Herc, but we're gonna try not to do that. What I don't like about this setup is it's possible before George shows up that Billy gets NP'd by the boss, and that is terrible. And that's why I would really like Hot Wheels, because he has invulnerability. So if you have that turn where George hasn't shown up yet, there's an NP up, Mash doesn't have taunt, you can just pop the invulnerability and you're safe, right? Where Billy can just die randomly out of nowhere, which is really not good. And if someone dies early, you would rather it be Robin. I almost want to switch to Robin then, but it is nice having Billy just show up, click button, and NP. Necromancy is always the answer. I mean, if you got lucky with Necromancy here, it would be good, but you'd have to get pretty lucky. I wish this account had one other archer. I wish it had like its own Billy, but oh yeah, and Atalante, I keep saying I was gonna level her and I keep not doing that. This would have been a decent time for that. Although she is AoE, she still gives you lots of crits and everything. Although she's evade too. A lot of evade people here. I wish I had a VC Brawn ready to go. Yeah, Hot Wheels is very good here, but I really want to try to do it without using a super strong support. I'm okay with using like a decent support, which I think Billy is, but I don't want to summon anything too crazy. You know another unit that will fucking shred this fight? Tristan. Holy shit, Tristan is amazing here. Because Tristan has buff removal. So he can remove the damage cut and the crit ups and the evade. He literally removes the boss's evade for his teammates. He has his own sure hit, so if you don't have your buff removal up, you can still get past the evade if the boss has it. He does loads of damage. Although he won't save you from the NP, he will save you from the normal card damage. Really good. Tristan is really fucking good here. Pretty much every fight, because you fight Tunican multiple times, every time you fight him, Tristan will make it significantly easier. But yeah, Tristan's good in pretty much all circumstances where you need an archer, but this fight especially, he shines a bit. I should put my music on random. You know, I need to add some Darkest Dungeon music to this soundtrack now. It needs to happen. Let's see, Archer Ilya. I can't even remember her kit very well. I don't think it should be awful, but I don't think it should be amazing either. Let me look. Let's see, she does have invulnerability, but it's only one attack. That's not ideal here. She does do, I mean, she's okay, but she'd be way behind so many other units. Because she's AoE, and again, AoE is not good here, so that's a knock against her. She's only got one hit invulnerability, and that's okay, but that's not nearly as good as like Hot Wheels and stuff. And then she has sure hit, but no buff removal or no way to deal with the damage cut. Like her MP against his damage cut would be pathetic. I don't really think she'd be that good here, to be honest. Like, I mean, it's better than some things. Sure, there are definitely worse units out there for this, like Noob, but I'd actually say Archer Ilya is actually one of the worst 4-stars you could bring here. Calamity Jane's better, Hot Wheels is a million times better, Chiron is better, Chiron's way better. Okay, Helena Archer's worse, I'll give it that. Fujino's way better, Fujino's way better. Chloe's way better. Even Annie and Bonnie, that's a little weird, but they're probably better. But she's probably better than Atalante and Helena. But that's pretty much it. So I put her pretty low on the 4-stars there. Emiya's close. That one's close, because Emiya does have the big crits and stuff. Emiya's not great here either, though, because again, he's another evade unit, and he's AoE, even though he's got the crits. Wilhelm is a 3-star, so that's not what we're talking about. Wilhelm's not very good here either, though. Fujino would be really good here, because she could face tank the NP. Also, she buff blocks, so you could slow down the damage cuts and things like that, because the damage cut is really what runs everything in this fight. It's the combination of the damage cut with the heal. That's the shtick. Well, David got his NP nice and easy. Sadly, we've already used most of our art cards, which is bad for Ricky Boy. I like how his first action was sure hit. Well, this is a bad start. The ideal thing is you want Ricky Boy's art cards to be in the first or second hand, and then have other cards in the third hand. But he, all his art cards are in the third hand. The one thing that could be good about this is if I art chain here, and then NP in the deck shuffles, and I get my art cards back. That's like the dream. So I could art chain with mash and get the defense buffs, which is nice. However, I could also do the brave chain and do more damage, which makes the NP turn better. But I like not dying. So if I was playing the enemy team, how I would play Tunican would depend on what I'm fighting. But like my team, I have like no invulnerability and I've got evade everywhere. So every 3 turns I would cast a sure hit. Like I would just keep it up all the time. Like sure. You know, the thing is, if you were playing as the enemy team, like I would, if there was like another me, like my clone playing the player side, I wouldn't be holding back so much, right? I'd be using Herc and all this other nonsense, and actually this fight would become very annoying for the boss player, because you'd be like, oh my god, give me the right buffs when I attack with Tunican, and you just know you'd be getting the wrong buffs. And because the player is not going to be going easy on you anymore, you know, you're going to need the best stuff happening, so... Okay, it's boom time. Bad turn to taunt, but I kind of need the damage. Fuck, the deck didn't shuffle in a way where... I gotta reset. I can't even break. I have attack down, I have no cards. And I can't loop. That's terrible. It's because getting the attack down right there was really bad. Maybe I use Atlas on that turn actually to get rid of the attack down, because that turn is super important. I'm trying to think, if I was not going to go easy on this stage, I'm trying to think what I would summon, like if I was going super ham. Probably depends on like what account you're using. For this account, I might go Hot Wheels just because he's pretty applicable. Either that or Fujino. Or Orion. There's always Super Orion. Fujino would be a pretty safe pick though in the back. You get buff block, you get attack down, you get damage cut, you get sure hit, you get guts. That's all pretty applicable. Actually, pretty much every boss would be possible if a player controlled them, because, you know, the AI has a different rule set, and you're limited in various ways. And I don't think you realize, if people are not holding back, how bullshit the player side is. There is no boss that is player controlled you couldn't beat, because there's basically no boss you can't 3-turn while also using stuns and charms, and then you can do command spells, and like, there is... They ultimately, like, I don't think people realize, like, just how much I'm holding back when I'm playing this game. Like, even on this account, which is much weaker, I am going so easy on this. You know, I'm not summoning an OP support, I'm not using my best servants, I'm not using command spells. You know, it's like, you can just make this game a nightmare. And, like, not only that, you've got things like Poster Girl. Like, oh man, I get to control the boss. Too bad they have taunt, and I don't actually get to do anything, right? Like... There is no boss that you could not beat even if a player controlled it. Now, there would be bosses that would be really, really hard, or you would need really, really strong teams. You need to have either whaled or have been playing for a long time. Because like my main account, I'm not a whale. I'm not, and I'm missing a lot of rare stuff, but I also have a lot of rare stuff. So I don't think anything would stop my main if I was really trying. I'd have to try harder though, like for sure, because you can do some pretty nasty stuff. You know, like triple quick charging on Guadia, you know, stuff like that. And on Guadia, you would obviously only buster. You don't ever use the quick or the art attack. Like, you absolutely never click that. Although, I don't know, you don't know how the game would look if you switch the thing around. Because they may not actually get, you know, like your deck may not be the same every turn, right? Even if you're solo, they might fuck with you that way and things like that, so. Honestly, Guadia would be so easy to beat, even if it was PvP. because you can 2-turn Guadia. Like, well, you can't quite 2-turn him because of his gimmick, but as soon as his gimmick wears off, you can just instantly kill him, and it's not even hard to do that. And because you can use Poster Girl to force the enemy to focus a specific unit, and you have stuns and all that, because stuns work on Guadia. So you could literally make a team that could beat Guadia in just a few turns, and Guadia would never even get an action. Like, that's absolutely possible. And that would be really annoying for the Guadia player. It's like, well, I don't even get to play the game. Good times. Should have swapped the art cards around for Max and David. Again, I don't need the art chain, but I want the defense buff. I guess I... Player controlled Zeus would be tough though, I will say that. Again, it's definitely possible because you get a good setup in one turn all the nodes. But if it's player controlled, you get to decide when you switch. Right? You can just switch, whenever it's a terrible time and things like that. So that would be tough, but it'd still be doable. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Don't have attack down this time. The deck still did not shuffle in a favorable way, though. Yeah, you really... Oh, wait, the deck hasn't shuffled yet. That's what it is. It shuffles next turn. This is not gonna break. You need to get 2 Ricky cards. You don't need 3, you just need 2. You basically get the extra attack for the MP. But there's no way we're... Oh shit, he got it. Easy. That would not have worked with quick card though, I don't think, even with the quick up. Yeah, we got the attack down, but I can remove it if we need to. That was not a deck shuffle that I wanted to see. The art card's gonna be really spread out. Hopefully, David fuck. I was hoping David would get art cards in a way that would result in an art chain, but no go on that one. You might say, but oh, you can do a brave chain here. It doesn't matter because all the damage I'm gonna do is gonna be healed back. So, and now my buffs are gonna wear off. Probably a loss. Well, I don't know. We'll see. It's probably a loss though. You need to NP before your buffs wear off, which is pretty easy to accomplish on Ricky Boy, to be honest. But you need the deck to not something like that. Maybe I think what I do is I wait to do the first NP. There's no reason to actually not. I should wait to do the first NP until I know I've got a good hand, because Nash is giving me enough stall that I can wait around a bit if I need to. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I'm actually gonna reset because this is shit and deck just keeps shuffling where I cannot get art cards with Ricky. Like David gets all 3 of his art cards and like Ricky has none and shit like that. Yeah, I think we just wait to NP until we're like, okay, we know we have a good hand here, or we at least know the deck's gonna shuffle on that same turn. The only reason I'm kind of like want to rush to get my NP off is I'm afraid the skeleton's gonna attack Ricky Boy and give him an attack down, because it's such a big attack down. Yep, I hate when unremovable buffs are not in the protected box. They normally get that right, but every once in a while they don't, and it's really annoying. They outsource the NP animations, man. That's just depressing. I actually do wish they would buff Ricky's NP because he should do more NP damage than Ushi, because he has no survivability and his team support's not as good as hers. Like, he's supposed to be the bursty one, where right now Ushi actually has way more burst than him. I guess you could say he's got the better repeat NP, but I don't think that's really enough. He is good though, but I would like them to buff him a bit. Oh, these hands, dude. Come on, David. Art up or Buster up, it's not quick up. Yeah, there you go. Art up would have been better, but I'll take the Buster up. Maybe I don't taunt on turn 1. Almost nothing happens on turn 1. He buffs so often on turn 1. Although that means Ricky could get drained. I really don't like this setup. It's just too RNG. That's where having more muscle on the team makes things a lot easier, because you can weather bad RNG, or when you're cutting it close, you really can't. Got that fucking attack down. Probably gonna have to remove that, but we'll see. Fuck. Oh my god. This now if I get a good hand, I can't NP. Hopefully I just don't get one. And I got a good one. That you can totally loop with that. That's plenty of NP gain right there. Fucking skeleton, dude. Maybe I should have done Buster. Well, now he's gonna heal it all back anyway. Okay, still a decent hand. I need to get rid of the attack down, unfortunately. It's only got one turn left, but this is the turn that matters. Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. You can't have... His NP turn can't be the same turn Mash is taunting the other MP. Let me see if... Maybe his taunt is a lower percent, but I bet you it's not. I didn't even think about that. Normally, they just don't... They coincidentally just don't land on the same turn. His taunt is 300%, and her taunt is 300%, so it's 50-50. I could put invulnerability on him, but that's terrible. I guess we just have to hope the 50-50 goes our way. Well, shit. Don't do it, Tuna. Get the eggplant. Yes! Now don't, Skeleton, don't put the attack down on Ricky. Yes! Oh my god, luck. Feels good. Although, the thing is, that was lucky, but preferably you would have never wanted that situation to happen in the first place. And you could, you know, you wouldn't have to roll the dice like that. So the luck didn't give us value, it just avoided bad value. And then the fucking deck shuffles, and we get all of these art cards and no Ricky cards. I swear to God, man. Sometimes you just need to loop, man. I should have brought a Hohenheim. It's just fucking the Hohenheim would be so bad for everything else in the play. Also, this town doesn't have Hohenheim, but you know. Well, I don't think we can loop now. The buffs are gonna wear off. I needed literally any Ricky card and we could have looped. Like literally any Ricky card and we could have looped. And he got 0. Well, you can still kill here if you get another good hand for Ricky. He can kill without buffs, I think. Imagine if we had regular Mash, and she was giving us an attack buff right now. That would be swell. Of course. Oh, he guarded it. Feels good. Don't want that stupid attack down. Okay, boss has evade. I mean, sure hit, but he's always gonna have sure hit. I can still use the evade for the heal and for just the skeleton, or I could wait until other units show up. I think I just use it for the health, really. Not gonna do me much good. And Ricky has no cards. They're all in the third hand. Well, do I do Atlas so Ricky gets his buffs back? I don't mind him taunting this turn. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I really wanted to save that for Billy, but we got a kill here, and then if Ricky dies because of the taunt, that's actually fine. Ideally, though, we could be in the exact same boat pretty much and just not have used Atlas if the third hand was the second hand. Yeah, we need David to NP before the boss NPs, pretty much. Now that I think about it, maybe I shouldn't have. It's kind of nice to say Ricky's taunt because if Max dies before the NP, Ricky can still taunt the NP so it doesn't kill an archer. Okay, Ricky did not die, but he's close. Okay, do not NP on David, because not only does the boss still have damage resist, he has double damage cut. So I do not want any part of that. I can kill Ricky right now. I don't think I'd do that though, because the NP is still coming up. And I don't want Mash to... If he's dead, he's more likely to attack Mash, and then Mash could die before she could taunt the thing, and that's not good. I can always kill him later if I need to get an archer out. Super damage, so good. Absolutely incredible. Okay, there goes his damage resist. There's the sure hit. Ow! Of course, I like how he Buster crits David with Buster Up. What a bastard. Ricky has double attack down. Can't say I'm a huge fan of that. He has damage cut. He's probably gonna have damage cut though most turns from now on. I should have waited to use David's first skill until next turn because Mash has taunt, so the defense up is wasted. And he's not gonna live long enough for it to come off cooldown, so that was a bad move. It's not a huge misplay, but it could make a difference. Could result in David dying a turn sooner than he needs to. That just wasn't enough. Yeah, I need to wait until you get lucky and he doesn't have damage cut. A damage cut is too big. I think it's like 30k. So we would if we did, and then I like how he applied it first hit there. It's totally random what he applies, but yeah, we're not gonna break now. You can't. This is exactly like last time, where I had to use Billy to break the first health bar. You just cannot have that. Like you've got to break with David or Ricky Boy there. So you need to stall until you just see a turn where he doesn't have the damage cut. This is where buff removal would be really nice. Yeah, I think he has 3 effects he can apply when he attacks. But he attacks twice per turn a lot of the time once Medea dies. Like when Medea is alive, it's not too hard for him not to have damage cut. Because he might buff himself, he might just want to get one of the other buffs when he does attack. But when he gets 2 actions per turn, it's extremely likely. I mean, I could always summon Tristan, I'm just trying to do this without summoning anything too crazy. But yeah, you place Billy with Tristan, and that's very, very strong. Honestly, if I was wanting to, like, you know, not hold myself back and go ham here, I was thinking Hot Wheels, and I still think Hot Wheels is a very, very good choice here. But I don't know, Tristan is pretty damn good. The whole buff removal thing is awesome, so... Tristan or Hot Wheels I think would be extremely impactful here. I don't know if that's a good opening hand or not. Definitely means I need to wait for the deck to shuffle. The only way I might NP without the deck shuffling would be if I saw double quick, but even then I think I would wait. It's quick buster. I can break right now. We could definitely break right now, but then there's really no way we would loop. Hey, look, he has sure hit. Every damn time, dude. Might be able to outdamage Ricky in here by a little bit. Wow, Ricky is almost dead. Normally Mash has her NP by now, but I guess she didn't get attacked much when she had taunt or something, and she probably got drained. I'm guessing she didn't get attacked. She probably only got attacked by the skeleton, who just drains her NP. Okay, the deck's about to shuffle. I guess I wait until I see a better hand than this. The only new buff that wasn't all that good was Moriarty's, to be honest. That one was kind of lame. Man, Mash just cannot get her NP. It's because Medea Lily's like never attacking when I'm taunting, and Medea Lily gives you a lot of NP gain. It's quite bad. And the deck shuffled, and it shuffled in a way where Ricky Boy has no NP gain, like every other time we do this. Ricky's just gonna die now. Like, we got Buster crit or some nonsense, and Mash didn't get her NP this time. Yeah, this one's a wash. I really am about to start using stronger units just because, like, this isn't a skill thing, this is just an RNG thing now, and that's never fun. Oh my god, I have to use fucking Atlas on Mash. Ricky is just so messed up. Like how David has never been attacked. The thing is, what you want to have happen is you want to have Ricky NP and then have Medea attack him, and then you're like so set for getting your NP back. Let's get the overkill bonus. Not enough though. The buffs are still gonna wear off. Unless I get a really good hand right here. Alright, I forgot. He taunts himself. Why do I keep forgetting that? Oh, this is dumb. It's just because he took so much damage from that one attack. He almost died to one attack. Honestly, it's not that hard to kill Tunican first, though. If you're really like, even on a shitty account like this, you just summon like Super Orion or something. It's not really that hard to do. And there's a lot of advantages to doing it because then he'll basically never have damage cut for the whole time. And then once he's dead, the other two enemies just totally suck. I'm about to summon something better than Billy, though. I still don't want to use Herc, but it's like I want strong enough units that if bad RNG happens, you don't lose. There's basically no way that Ricky's going to be better than Ushi now, since they buffed Ushi again, but if they give Ricky an NP buff, he'll have his uses. And he is good just for being an art writer. You know, if you're doing Castoria stuff, he's pretty much the way to go. Until they inevitably add a 5-star writer that's very similar to him but better. But, you know. I'm gonna not taunt on turn 1 just because Tunican almost always buffs on turn 1. His first action has almost always been that exact skill, like almost every time. Fortunately, the skeleton attacked Ricky, so he got the NP drain and the attack down. I would have preferred he hit David there, to be honest. I have my NP right now if I didn't get NP drained there. Well, I probably wouldn't use it yet. The thing is, if I already had it, that means literally the next time I see a good hand, the UNP, where now I have to get like a good hand twice. I swear to God, if the skeleton attacks Ricky again. How is Mash dead? I blame Galahad for this. I don't think there's any coming back from that. That's yeah, it's because the skeleton cast crit up and he crit, and he just did fucking insane damage. I don't think there's any coming back from that. That's this is where I want to cut David, because David is doing nothing, but you need something to do the first health bar. That's the whole reason he's here, but he's not actually helping. I really might cut David though, because literally every single time we've done this, David has failed to do anything. Like every time we try to break that first health bar, he either dies before getting to try to break it, or he fails to break it, and then Billy has to break it anyway. And Billy could one-shot it, so like literally, there's just no point to David right now. You have to get like really lucky for David to do anything here. Which is kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is. Maybe I can give him a damage CE and help a little bit. He has to have starving NP though. I don't think that's enough. The last thing I want to do is finally get to that point and be like, oh, well, you don't have David's NP though. Yeah, I'm thinking David gets cut. I wish I could replace him with like another archer, but I don't have another archer on this account. So I'd probably have to do a support. Like, the whole reason we're doing this is we're trying to get David to break that first health bar, but it's literally never worked. And we almost won with David doing nothing, so I feel like if I just switch out David for someone that at least does something, that would have been enough. Because we were only, you know, the one turn off. Okay, let's see. I almost want a quick change, just because if we get a lucky crit next turn, that could be good. And Ricky has higher star absorb because he's a rider. Well, he cast a skill, but it wasn't sure hit that time. At least Ricky's not the one to get the drain. Hey, look, a crit. That means the other art card is in the deck. I wonder if that means I MP. And he has Buster art. That's not great. However, the deck could immediately shuffle in, giving art cards again. I guess we'll just pray to RNGesus that the deck shuffles in a favorable way here. It lets me taunt when it's not the NP turn. Boss still doesn't have sure hit, so that's good. Do I mash NP? Don't think so. So I get more NP if I do NP Buster art, but I'm a little afraid that's not gonna break. We're doing Buster, NP art is more reliable for breaking. But NP gain is pretty important. High roll, Ricky. None of that low roll stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't even need the other cards. Feels good. Doesn't normally do that much damage. Especially when, you know, we don't have like that great of buffs going on there or anything. And now he has the sure hit. Well, we got no NP gain there, but at least the deck shuffled in a favorable way. Is it favorable enough? It should be. Is it? Actually, I don't think it is. Fuck. If David got a art card, we could art chain and then we would be good. Shit. I'm not sure this is gonna be enough. Yeah, he needed something to attack him last turn that just wasn't a skeleton. He needed a Tunican or the ability to attack him. Yep. And our buffs are gonna wear off. Hopefully she's low enough that we don't need her buff. That's about all we got going for us here. So what I should have done there is Buster quick art, because I wouldn't have got my NP either way, and I would have done more damage, which would mean my next NP wouldn't have to do as much. I think I have to Atlas here. See, if I could kill her right now, I wouldn't. And then if Ricky Boy gets blasted, no big deal. But I have to make sure Ricky doesn't get blasted now. Ash has double Buster up. So I just realized Tristan can remove the sure hit. That's quite nice. When you have all those buffs and you still take 23k damage. It's nasty. This sucks. What sucks is, you know, if we could just go boom on Tunican right now, it'd be alright, but I'm gonna have to wait because of the damage resistance, and then I feel like he's gonna have a bunch of damage cut. Ricky, oh my god, Ricky, come on. Oh my god. Well, that's GG. Because now it takes even longer for the thing to wear off. That's so dumb.
Okay.
I'm not even sure we can kill here. I don't think we're even gonna kill her now. Okay, well at least we crit there. Okay, we got her. Oh, just double crit. Oh, it wears off anyway. Oh, thank God. Not too bad then. Can you not? Okay, well, let's see. We need to save Ricky's taunt for the NP. It's actually rather important. Let me think. I think we have to wait a turn because we need David's charisma. Got that music though. Please don't debuff Ricky Boy. Debuff David again, so I can remove the debuffs and then, you know, just big value. And don't cast double damage resist. Holy shit. I should have attacked the skeleton. Well, that wasn't great for Billy. Do I evade for the health? I think I'll wait a second. And if he buffs, then he can block the skeleton. I mean, it's got 3 turns on it. Okay, the boss doesn't even have damage cut because he buffed. What the fuck is the plan right now? So Billy has double attack down, which is really bad. So I probably need to remove his debuffs when he goes to. I wonder if we can break without removing the attack down on David. The boss does not have damage cut, and we could do a brave chain with David. I could also NP with Ricky. We'll definitely break if I NP with Ricky, but it'd be nice to be able to NP with Ricky next turn. If I don't need it, right, I don't need it, so. The problem is David does not have a CE that boosts his damage at all. He has no damage up, and then he has the attack down, which I think is 30%, which is mostly offsetting the attack ups he has. So it's totally vanilla David damage. I could go for the Buster Up. I could do the Buster card first and hope it gives me Buster Up. It's more reliable though if I put it in the back. The safe thing to do is to NP with Ricky and David. Like, that'll definitely break. So if the boss damage cuts next turn, Ricky wouldn't do very much damage on the next turn anyway. So that makes me think I should just NP with him. I'll just be so pissed. I'll just be so fucking pissed if David could have done enough damage. Because David can do the extra attack. And you know, extra attacks are no joke, right? Because you could do Buster, NP, Art, Buster, and an extra attack. And the boss has no damage cut. If David didn't have the attack down, I would say easy. I'd be like, oh yeah, easy, no problem. Of course you can do that. But the attack down is so meaty that I'm worried. And I think Ricky Boy's NP just might go to complete waste next turn anyway, so I think we Ricky Boy NP. We're gonna skill seal the boss. That's actually bad. Because that means he's going to attack twice, which means he could do more damage to Billy, and also he can apply more buffs. Him attacking means he does the buffs. That's actually really shitty. That almost makes me want to NP with Billy first, but if I did the buff removal on Billy, I mean Billy would break easy. And the next turn you do David and things, but I don't even know why. That just doesn't sound good to me. Fuck, I think he would have done 37k by the. It'd probably come down to the extra attack, but I think he would have gotten it. At least we get overcharged on Art here. Something. Oh fuck, he taunted Billy. Oh, that's a nightmare. Oh god, that's a nightmare. I wanted to, because now I can't taunt with Ricky to take the NP, so I have to use the invulnerability now. And now the skeleton is going to attack Billy every turn, and look, the boss has double damage cut. Oh my god. And now I'm going to get debuffed again. And all this NP gain is going to go to waste, and so on and so forth. Why couldn't you taunt literally anyone? I would have been happy if he taunted anyone but Billy. Like, David wouldn't have been great, but I'd be okay with it. And then Ricky would be really good. If he taunted Ricky, that'd have been amazing. I wonder if I had taunted with Ricky. I gotta remember this. Wait, why is he... What? Game, what? Oh, it's a debuff. It's the taunt's a debuff. It doesn't work like your taunt, and I removed it. Fuck. So I could have had... God damn it. Oh, I just threw. Oh my god. Because that means I could have removed the debuff, and I could have just taunted with Ricky, and I could have saved the invulnerability. I could still have invulnerability right now. I always forget that taunt's a debuff, because, you know, most 90% of taunts come from the player, right? And, fuck, Billy's just gonna die now, and we're not gonna have him for the third health bar. Only his evade was up. Probably should have saved that for this, because yeah, he's always gonna be out of sync on this one. Well, I've learned some things that will really help me next time we get a good run like this. Yeah, Billy's just gonna die too soon. I hate this fucking damage cut, dude. Seriously, yeah, just remove the taunt and Ricky gets it and just leave it. Like, that would have been so good, dude. But again, we'd be in the same boat, but we would have invulnerability right now, which is really good when the boss, you know, has sure hit and all that nonsense. At least Billy didn't die. I don't think we can do any damage here. Okay. Gotta save Robin's third skill as much as possible in case the evade comes up on the boss at a bad time. Also, the boss gains evade when his guts goes off, so whole lot of reasons to hold on to that. Okay, I don't care about the poison. I care about the attack down. Of course not. Okay, now Billy can use his evade whenever, but I think I'll wait. Why did you have to drain Robin's NP? Oh, the boss doesn't have sure hit for once. Imagine if I didn't waste that invulnerability earlier. Boy, that'd be good right now. I really don't want to evade on Robin, but I feel like if I don't, the RNG is never going to be nice. Hit David. He needs the NP game. David. God damn it. And he got the damage cut. At least he didn't get the damage cut again. If he got the damage cut again, I would have lost my fucking mind. Okay, Robin has the attack down, but I can at least overcharge him with Billy. I like how David doesn't even have an art card right now. Also, we're out of sure hit because we already used Robin's third skill, and then Billy's gonna have to NP now. So it's pretty. Oh, I guess David hit sure hit too. So this is gonna come down to David. 10% chance for greatness. Dude, if he had just hit David with that NP, man, that'd have been swell. I'll take that crit down though. If Robin didn't have attack down right now, he would do pretty well, but it's not quite enough oomph, I don't think. So close. And now he's just gonna heal it all back, and he's gonna evade, and now and he's gonna get all of his fucking health back. Oh my god. He doesn't have damage cut though, but we don't have sure hit, so we can't really do anything here. What's the dream? So David needs to get we need no damage cut, and then David needs to get cards here, and then he can kill the 10k. But if he gets the damage cut, we're fucked. He got the crit. Buff. You don't have your sure hit. Surely you want your sure hit right now. Buff. And he got the damage cut. Well, we're dead. The only way we're not dead is if we somehow get another... We have to get another NP from somebody. Fuck, we're gonna proc the guts here. It's just, you know, he's gonna get his NP back real fast, and he gets evade again. And, our only sure hit is on David's NP here. If he just didn't damage cut there, we would have won. I need to do 10k damage. And of course, David's got the attack down. Do I have to try to get another Robin NP? That doesn't seem likely at all. Even if he procs the Buster up on that Buster card, it's not going to do 30k damage. You'd have to get a crit. What's the most useful thing I can do then? Probably NP gain for Robin. It's either that or Stargen, because crits are the other way. It's a shame that I have no crit, because critting is the one other way to get past the damage cut for low stars. I'm worried we're not even gonna do 40k here though because of the damage cut and the attack down. I'm gonna please give me the Buster up with the Ruler Artoria thing. Oh shit, he gave us the Buster up. Okay, well at least get rid of the guts then. I think we're dead. I think we're dead here though. Too many little things went wrong at the end there. Alright, and he gets his NP. Yeah, we're fucked. Watch him hit Robin. If he hits David, we're not yet. Or now. If he hit David, we wouldn't have. We might have still won. But yeah, now we lose. Yeah, if Robin was the one that lived, I think it'd been okay because he had full health and he was closer to getting his NP and he didn't have the attack down, so we could have just gotten like our NP there and won. But nope. So those few misplays I made are why we lost. Those few mistakes I made is definitely why we lost. I literally threw my invulnerability away. I got no value out of my invulnerability. I could have used it like right there, and then you know we would have been fine. Or we could have used it early and Billy could still be alive and things like that. So I lost because I made mistakes. I mean, sure, I could have still won even with that one mistake. Actually, I probably made another mistake too, if the luck wasn't so messed up at the end there. But I could have won regardless of the luck if I had messed up. Yeah, that was a really big mistake. It just sucked though because if he hadn't have taunted Billy, it wouldn't have mattered. Like the ability for that misplay to even happen was just because he put it on Billy, or he put it on David or Ricky Boy. I wouldn't have cared. Oh, I am so close to summoning Hot Wheels, but and look at this. We got all these. Look, there's Beastly's Fujino. Like, talk about an easy win. Not only does she have, you know, Guts, which survives, and then damage cuts, so she can probably face tank it, and she's not scared of the normal card damage. She's got Sure Hit for 3 fucking turns. She also has Buff Block. And Buff Block means she'll stop another Sure Hit, or the damage cut, or, you know, what have you. I love the max failure ult account there, by the way. Alright, where's my Billy though? If I get a good startup and I fail again, I might bust out Fujino just because you know it's just so much RNG that I don't it's not that interesting anymore. Oh my god, I just logged in. Game, please. Let me just log in again. Arash really isn't that good here because again, AoE is bad, and Arash just doesn't do that much damage. Like, he does okay damage for AoE, but he does not do enough damage to keep up with a lot of proper single targets. Like, not at all. And you'll kill the skeleton, and then you'll give Tunican 3 actions per turn, so he can now have triple damage cut. Like, does that sound good? Because it's not. I mean, why would I Grail? If I just wanted to beat the stage, like, why do people think like I'm like I can't win, guys? Like, I'm literally not using my level 100 Hercules, and we're not summoning a very powerful support. I would obviously do those things before I Grailed a unit just to beat a boss fight. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, let's Grail David instead of just using units we already have. I definitely stand by the not taunting on turn 1 here. That has historically not worked out for us. I mean, to be fair, I might Grail David someday just because I like David, but especially if he got an animation update. Still no Sure Hit. He'll probably... oh, he might buff again, but I think he's gonna attack. He pretty much always buffs on turn 1. I mean, that's like obvious. We're not gonna get our NP here, that's unfortunate. You can't solo Zeus with anybody. It's not even about if a unit's good enough. You can't solo Zeus. They force you to bring Mash and Romulus. And I was like, oh, but Qin Gong, okay, you can kill Mash, and now you still have a level 100 Romulus. Like, you cannot solo that fight. Now, you can set up a team where you let the team get wiped out, and then you bring in one unit by themselves and they clean up. Like, sure, like that certainly you can do. But there's no world where you can do like a normal solo against Zeus. People ask me about that all the time, and I'm like, you literally can't do that. If there ever was a fight where the game is just like, no, it is that one. The only unit you could solo with is Mash. And actually, I think Mash can solo it, funnily enough, because if Mash was the unit that was gonna fight, and the fact that she's forced to be brought there, then you don't mind that she's in the front row. And then you just Qin Gong Romulus, and then Qin Gong taunts himself and he's dead. So Mash is the one unit you're allowed to solo with there. And I guess you could solo with Romulus too, but he's terrible for that fight, so that wouldn't be, you would never win. But actually, I think Mash probably can solo that fight if she's really upgraded, because she gets that passive in that fight, and she's like ungodly tanky. And if she's getting access to her full deck every turn, she's not going to have a hard time killing the nodes, you know, top and bottom. I wish I didn't have to use the Merlin command code because I don't need it, and it'd be nice for the next NP, but Pelican critting right now and it doesn't matter, but critting later is good. Yeah, if she's 10-10-10, 2k foed, and you give her like the best crap that's imaginable, and I couldn't even tell you what that is, I forgot to taunt. I was not, that sucks, this was kind of going okay, but I just completely forgot to taunt. I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, yeah, 2k Mash, give her level 100 CE, that's like the right CE for the fight. Which, again, I have no idea what that is, but a lot of options. Whatever it is, though, you probably want it to be level 100, and then she's 10-10-10, 2k forward, she could probably solo it. I know she can clean up. I've seen lots of people do that, where they do a setup where everyone dies pretty quick, and then Mash just has to clean up, and she does super well. Because she has invulnerability, and, you know, her Brave Chains do decent damage, and you don't have to do that much damage to break a node, so... Maybe defense, I don't know, depends. You can always do damage cut, because you could use the damage cut command code. That's another thing, you need really good command codes, too. But with a damage cut CE, and then the damage cut command code, and her own defense up and stuff from her NP, she might not take any damage. But that might not be worth it, maybe defense up is better. But there's so many options. Hell, you could even do Made in Halloween, heal boost and heal command code. And then your heal is like massive. I imagine a 2k forward Mash as BR Mash with some pretty crazy buster fits. I don't remember if Zeus counts as middle. Yeah, he does. He does, because Pinth gets her bonus damage, so he must be. Because Pinth's bonus damage is only against units that have, you know, Greek male, not Greek female. Okay, I need to pay a fucking attention here. We literally just threw so hard on that last one. Yeah, that last attempt where I just forgot to taunt, that was looking decent. And the run before that, we would have won if I didn't throw, so... And look, Ricky got attack down. I don't think Zeus is genderless, because if he was genderless, Pimp wouldn't get our bonus damage. Maybe though she doesn't get a bonus damage and I'm just forgetting, but I'm pretty sure she does. That could be out of my mind. I know he counts as like large for Arthur, because I've tested that. I remember for the longest time they had Megalos listed as super large on the wiki, but he wasn't. Eventually they fixed it though. That's weird. It's not even like, it's so weird that Megalos doesn't count as super large. That doesn't make any sense. Megalos does count as giant for David, but I don't think Zeus does. I've not checked, but I can't imagine Zeus would count as that. Like generally the things that work for David are things that are pretty humanoid. They're big and humanoidish. Basically, are these similar to Goliath? That's basically how they do it. I think I should have quick chained. I think quick chaining is not bad. Because if you crit, that is just all the MP gain you're gonna need. And we got the every time, dude. It's like you only have to hit. The fucking skeleton has one action per turn, and sometimes he buffs. So the odds of him attacking Ricky Boy specifically instead of Mash or David or buffing is so fucking low. But he just does it all the time. I mean, if I was the skeleton, I would do that too. Because the attack down's good for them, and the drain is even better for them. The attack down sucks though, because it's actually hard to break this first health bar, and it means you're less likely to get overkill, unless overkill means less MP gain. I can probably break here, but I'll have to do the Buster card first. I don't know if I can break with the fucking attack down. I mean, I might as well try, otherwise it's why did they have to hit Ricky, dude? Like, holy shit. Because, you know, after that you have the taunt. And so you can't get hit. That's like the only time it can happen. I'd love to mash NP right now, but I need to do all the damage I can do. Maybe I should give Ricky debuff clear, so he can get rid of it. I'm telling you, the skeleton is like low-key the reason this challenge quest is hard. Especially for budget. For non-budget, you don't give a fuck. Like, for not, of course. For non-budget, it's like you're gonna over-damage the health bars by so much, you do not care if you have an attack down. It just doesn't matter. And you're probably using battery and stuff, so you don't care about the MP drain either. So if you're doing like strong supports and stuff, you don't give a flying fuck about that. But for budget, because you're pushing it so much on damage outputs and stuff, it's a big problem. I want to do the art chain, but I'm almost positive it's not gonna break. Well, at least we crit, so we got more NP gain. That's really good. Oh my god! Dude, every time! Well, there go our buffs. That is so infuriating. And we get the attack down again. And now our buffs are gonna wear off. Good battle music though. We have double attack down and no buffs. That doesn't sound like a win to me. Do I have to not NP? Like, I think I have to stall. But Ricky's gonna die at any second. Do I suicide Ricky? I think I have to suicide Ricky. And I'm not even sure it's gonna be enough. Because then if he suicides, he doesn't get to do the quick extra. 117. We have like 60% attack down. I could Atlas him, and then he gets the attack up in his other one, but that doesn't seem good. Well, let's see if he can. Oh my god, it's rank 1. That skill's rank. We're dead. It's over. There's no way that's breaking. It's 60% attack down, and that skill is rank 1. Wow. Dude, how big is that fucking attack down? Like, that's ridiculous. She has no buffs. I am so sick of this fucking skeleton, dude. Like, everything was going well that round except for the fact that every single time we didn't have taunt up, the skeleton hit Ricky, and then also he always decided to attack instead of buff. Also, we never guarded the attack down because we can technically do that. You know, we've seen Tunican guard our attack down a bunch. We have guarded it a few times though, a while ago. Not on any of the ones that mattered though. I want Tristan on the team so bad. I'm so close to summoning Tristan. Although no one slots him, I'd have to get Persona to get on, and he's probably busy. Tristan would just make this so easy. He does more than enough damage to break the health bar. He'll save you against normal card damage. And at the end, the boss doesn't have sure hit normally. And he removes the damage cut. I mean, that's so powerful that he removes the damage cut. And he can remove the sure hit. And like, that's just... It's so fucking good. Actually, Tristan can always save you from the NP. Because if it's the NP turn, he can remove the sure hit and then evade. And then the boss will hit nothing. So yeah, Tristan is fucking god tier here. David is fine here. It's just he just doesn't really work with his team setup. At least he has sure hit, like because if he happens to live to the end, that's a big help. Don't. I literally don't. If he hits David, I don't care. If he hits Mash, I don't care. If he buffs, I don't care. But if he hits Ricky, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. And if Medea wants to hit Ricky, that's great. Every time! Dude, it's just every fucking time! Jesus Christ! No, it's just, I don't even need my MP gain, it's fine. I don't need damage, you know, who cares if you get a giant ass attack down? I'm pretty sure the attack down is 30% though. I do think it's more than 20, because when you have 2 of it, it does not feel like you have a 40% attack down. The deck is gonna shuffle. Do I NP and hope that it shuffles in my favor, or do I just wait until I know I've got good cards? I think, fuck, am I gonna break though? I don't only have 1 rookie card here. If I didn't have the attack down, I'm sure we would. Without it, I'm not so sure. I think we would need another Ricky card to break, or a Mash Buster card. I don't have either, so I think I have to wait. Really don't like waiting there, but I don't see what else I can do. Look at these crits though. On a turn that it doesn't really matter, because she's just going to heal them back. 我は鬼を殺害する剣である。行くぞ。大山菩提鬼殺。こちらヘカテの恵みです。 I'm still not sure we're gonna break. I think with the Brave Chain though we might break here, so I'll go for it. If I didn't have the attack down, it'd be fantastic, but if I fail again, I'm just bringing Tristan. That's enough of this. Or Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels is really good too. I might try Hot Wheels because I actually think Tristan is probably better than Hot Wheels here, so I kind of want to see how Hot Wheels. And we did great. Fucking Christ, dude. Of course. Of course. I like how Ricky looped, which is like so good, but it doesn't matter because we didn't break. Like normally that would be like super awesome, but it's completely irrelevant. Okay, I'm getting, the thing is, even if I do summon Tristan, I would still need to, like, have the beginning go well. It wouldn't have to go as well. You wouldn't need David to, like, break a health bar, but you would still need it to go well. Although I guess you could switch. If you did Tristan, you'd probably use Ushi, Ricky on the front. Because then you're gonna have a way easier time getting rid of. Would that work? I don't know if that would work. Like, I mean, I know Ushi, Ricky would get rid of Medea. That's what we used to do when we first started, and that was easy. Killed her every time, like, no problem. But that is not a lot against Tuna Can. Dude, look how bad the texture work on the floor is. That is awful. And like the camera angle just makes it so blatantly. It's so easy to tell that that's 2D. Dude, he hit Ricky Boy again. And I have to again, it's a 1 in 3 if he hits Ricky Boy. It's a complete 1 in 3. And he also can buff. He only gets 1 action per turn. The odds of Ricky Boy getting hit are very low. And that's like 4 times in a row now. I mean, nobody has Tristan. And again, like, Tristan's definitely better than Billy here, but it wouldn't actually remove the RNG at the start. It would remove a lot of the RNG at the end, but the start would be exactly the same. Because the thing is, why would you bring 2 riders when 1 rider can theoretically work if you get lucky, right? Like, there's no reason to do it. It's still gonna be the same thing. I hate that they make you watch this stupid opening every time. I hate so many things about this stage. Like, you have to watch the stupid cutscene at the beginning before you go to the team screen. Like, just so many things. It's like one of the slowest stages to repeat, and it's like this such an RNG fight. I do not know why I'm trying to do this with a budgety setup. I have no idea why. We really don't ever do that on this account, and this is like the stupidest fight to do that on. But I'm like committed now. Well, this is an atrocious opening hand, because you lose Ricky cards, but not in a way that results in NT gain. I don't even do. I remember when we were doing this before, we just threw luck, he hit mash a lot at the beginning. And now he's just like, okay, fuck Ricky Boy though. It's like 5 times in a row now. And sometimes he buffs. That's always a good time, is when he fucking buffs. I just don't understand why they made the attack down that large. Like, it's just massive. I should really just give Ricky Boy debuff clear. We're using his cards like non-stop, and he's getting it all the time. I mean, he's just getting it all the fucking time. Like, it's like the plague, dude. Let's see. I still have the attack down, so I still don't think I can break. But if I wait, I'm gonna lose all my cards. Just high roll, forehead. I want to do quick art, but I gotta do the most damage possible because of the stupid debuff. Our Buster only did 7k damage. Oh my god. I cannot believe like 5 times in a row we've gotten the attack down. And like that's obvious the only reason we're not breaking is because oh look, we got the attack down again. Remember when he used to buff? Remember that? That was a good time. Hey, Aaron. And yes, his own attack down is after the NP damage. It'd be really dumb if it wasn't. I'm so pissed that we only lost though because I made that misplay, and then now I just can't get good RNG with Ricky anymore. Like, I mean, it's like 5 or 6 times in a row now where he's gotten the stupid attack down. Like, I don't understand. He can hit David, he can hit Mash, and he can buff. And yet every single time he hits Ricky Boy, and every single time we almost break but don't. It's like, are you kidding me? That's gonna be a tough time, Ari. Good luck with that. That's when cats turn into ninjas. He can guard the attack down. That has happened before. Oh my god! He didn't hit Ricky Boy! I don't even believe it. Now watch us just get like the worst NP gain ever. Okay, thankfully we actually got our fucking art cards now. I'll still probably have to wait a turn though. Because our next, if you NP when you have like no cards and you don't know how the deck is gonna shuffle, you might not get your NP again. We'll see though. Just like having to use the Merlin command code as well. Oh, she guards the attack down though. Well, we can definitely break, but we have like no NP gain. We would basically the next hand would have to have our art cards. And then you could art chain with Mash's NP. If we wait, you know, then we can... If waiting is definitely better, it's just I'm afraid Ricky will get attacked down. I really don't like NPing here because it's... I just don't... There's almost no way we're gonna loop like this. The only way I see us looping here is if the next hand has both Ricky art cards in it, and even then I'm not sure. We need Medea to attack Ricky. Like that would be a big help because her hit count's pretty high. Look at how much more damage we are doing! Like, dear God. Medea, if you could just attack Ricky here, that would be fantastic. Hey, we guarded it! Oh, we still got the NP drain, but and she didn't. Medea didn't even attack. Okay. Well, and we got that's probably GG there because now we have no Ricky NP gain whatsoever. Maybe I should have done David. I'm trying to outpace her heal so the next NP has an easier time and doesn't need the buffs. The problem is not only are we not going to have the buffs, but now so many turns are going to go by before we can get our NP. So we can get drained again, we can get attacked down again, all kinds of bad stuff. You can cut out a lot of RNG in this fight though if you just bring someone like Tristan or someone with buff removal. Because like Tristan removes the sure hit so then you can evade and survive the NP. He removes the damage cut. You can bring someone with buff block. Like there's a lot of ways to strong arm this. It's just for some reason I was like, yeah, let's not strong arm this. I don't know why I had that idea, but hey look, I can't art chain. Oh my god, we're gonna be here for a while. Guess his other card is in the third hand then. And yeah, there's always Super Orion. I think Fujino would be really good here though because she has 3 hit sure hit for the end, she has guts, she has buff block, like there's a lot of things that are in her favor. Her armor ignore though does not work on the damage cut though, so that's one thing. Look how long it is taking us to get our NP. And I'm not even sure we're gonna kill, because she's gonna go heal back to full this turn. There's no way we're doing 117. I could use Atlas, and then we would probably do 117. I fucking hate using Atlas on Ricky, though. So, next turn, he can probably kill no matter what, because his buffs come back. But I swear to God, if the skeleton hits me... Now, I could taunt on Mash, but then she'll probably die before the next NP, and that's not good. I think I have to wait, though. Like... I think NPing now is just a loss. I don't see it doing 117. Well, we don't have the attack down, so it's not quite as weak as I'm thinking. And we get the extra attack. I don't think it'll kill. I think it'll get close. I think she'd be down to like 20k, 10k, but then she'll heal back up, and then we probably won't have anything. I think I just wait a turn and hope bullshit doesn't happen.
Hey, yo guy.
Probably should have attacked the skeleton because she's gonna heal all that damage back. Nash is dying too fast. Oh my god, she reapplied the damage resist. I didn't even think about that. So if I'd killed her there, we could have been... Oh, okay, I should have gone for it, because, it would have worn off sooner, so David could have gone off sooner. Well, I might as well evade just for the health. Also, it'll save matching the skeleton if that happens to be a thing. Yeah, I didn't even think about for recasting that. I didn't do double mash because in case the boss just barely lives, I want to be able to target switch and hit the boss. The shield is 5 hits. Man, I wish he had killed because I could have hit it twice there. That means I could have gotten rid of the shield entirely next turn. Fuck, I didn't want Ricky to die there. It's not that bad, but it's certainly not good. I wonder if I don't quick draw on Billy because we can arc chain. So this wears off this turn. There's no point in attacking the boss then. So I'd only get it down to 1 hit, but it just wears off this turn anyway. So I should hit this guy. See, I go to 70% on Billy. I go to about 78, maybe 80%. Because he'll be in third. Put him in third place. So I'll get about 80%. I mean, the ideal thing is I NP with David next turn, and then I NP with Billy the turn after, so I think I need to do his thing. That kind of sucks, but... Does he have a crit buff? He does. I should hit him to get rid of the crit buff. And I guess I'll chain with Billy just in case Billy gets drained by the skeleton. That's another reason why quick charging is fine. Okay, David is super fucked up right now. The boss does not have sure hit. Unfortunately, the skeleton is gonna kill Mash, though. If I break, I'm assuming he'll give the taunt to Mash because Mash already has taunt. So breaking this turn is very important. I wonder if I NP with Billy then. Because he's got the damage cut, I could... Okay, let's see. If I remove the 2 attack downs, can... I don't think he would do 109k. The thing is, he's really not doing the damage to the next health bar, though. I wish we had gotten lucky there and that happened to be one of the turns where we didn't get the damage cut. We could Buster Chain and maybe someone does more than 30. Billy might be able to do 30k. The thing is, it has to be over 30k enough to actually break the health bar. That's just not happening. Like, that is absolutely not happening. I think I have to Billy NP and we'll go for the quick chain and then hope we can crit next turn to help offset David not doing jack shit. Really don't like NPing with Billy here though, because the next health bar is bigger and Billy hits harder, so if there's ever a health bar that David can handle, it's the first one. I don't know, maybe he could have broken that if I had removed the stuff. Either that or you have to wait until... Yep, he taunted Mash. I'm glad to know that it works that way. Sometimes taunts like that don't actually like follow the targeting rules, but like Lee's doesn't. Man, if Mash didn't die there, that'd have been fucking awesome. I might evade on Billy because the boss doesn't have sure hit yet. But I might save it because at the end of the fight I've noticed a lot of times he just doesn't have sure hit when he NPs. Okay, no, I think I evade just for the crit buff. We gotta do a lot of damage this turn.
Okay, 了解。
Oh, wait, no, I'm an idiot. He didn't damage cut. The boss is an even bigger idiot. He didn't damage cut. Fuck. I didn't need to do half the shit I just did. Well, maybe I did. No, I didn't. Oh god, no, I didn't. Like, maybe I should have maybe used Billy's first skill, because I don't see where else I would have used it. But, yeah, I didn't need to do the other things. I didn't even need to remove the attack down from David, I don't think.
気楽に気楽にそうだね
了解。
Tempting to take the Billy card there, but 50% crit. It didn't crit. Well, agreeing.
立教当社会人列在前我が
Fucking nerd. Look at this guy. Nice hat.
古代鬼殺まだです強くまたく主よ
Land the attack buff. Don't really care about the poison. Okay, there we go. I wish I had not wasted the debuff clear, because if Billy gets debuffed again, I mean, he's pretty much just out of here.
殺す甘い
Why couldn't you have attacked Robin? Why couldn't you have attacked Robin? Because then Robin would have gotten his MP, and Billy could overcharge him. The boss does not have damage cut either. You're never gonna get a better turn than this. Like, you are never gonna get a better turn than this. If Billy NPs, he's gonna heal back a lot of it. You know, you gotta go in a fell swoop. God, why couldn't he have just attacked Robin? That would have been so good. I think I should not have used David's first skill there, because I'm gonna do this, because he doesn't have sure hit. What is the play here? Overcharging Robin is a big deal. But he's gonna get damage cut. I mean, that was just so lucky that he didn't get damage cut there. It's because he only attacked once. I mean, Billy will do a lot of damage. It's just, you know what? He's got one turn on the attack down. I think we wait then. And we remove his crit buff, and we just kind of hope for the best here.
気楽に気楽に
Wait, I can remove the attack down, though, with Billy's... I think I just go...
いけるか
That's a really good turn to just go on.
Okay, 決闘受けてみる？行くよ。
Because seriously, he removes the attack down, and it's before damage.
さあ、早打ち勝負だ。先に抜いてもいいよ。僕だから。
See, if Robin had his MP right now, I think we would actually... Yep, we would absolutely break right there. We'd be on the final health bar right there. And then Billy would have had a sure hit, and he could have done the 2K after Robin. We would have won. If he had attacked Robin earlier, we would have won that turn. Because we would have Billy NP'd, Robin NP'd, that would have broke. And then Billy has sure hit. And he would res with guts and get his evade, but Billy again has sure hit, and he would do 10k with the follow-up attack, and we would have won right there.
コインを弾いてっと。
I think we're gonna win anyway, though. We still have a lot of value left. So Guts hasn't gone off. So I can sure hit on Robin, but I don't think it matters because he won't do 30k unless he crits. Although we can Star Bomb. I mean, I might as well evade anyway. Because the skeleton's in pain. Because he's got the damage cut now, and see, Billy could do the damage, but Billy doesn't have sure hit anymore. If I do Buster card first, and we quick crit, I wonder if that would be 30k. It'd have to be 40k. You'd have to do 40k damage. The other thing is you just Billy Art Chain, and I think we just Billy Art Chain. If Billy MPs again, we win.
一丁行きますか。
気楽に気楽に。
Can Billy die this turn? He cannot.
我が墓標はこの世の
行くよ。
弔いの木を希望遂げ。一番。
God, if we had done that last turn, we would have won. Like, we would have fucking won. Billy didn't crit with the... Oh my god, please hit Billy. Nope, didn't hit Billy. God damn it, he did fucking crit. I think he had a 90% crit chance, and he didn't fucking crit. Now the boss is gonna heal. You're killing me, guys! Oh, thanks. Okay, now we're good. Thanks, guys. We still had invulnerability though, so I think we would have been okay, but he would have healed back several times before we could have NP'd again. But we got it now. God, fuck this. That was what? Next time I do this on another account, well, I guess the next time I do it'll be the 1 to 3 star account. I won't have a choice, but oh god. Anyway, I'm not holding back. I don't know why I decided to hold back on this fucking fight. I have no idea why I did that. I regret that so much. Because no one would have even said anything if I just like went in there and I used, you know, Tristan or Hot Wheels or even my heart. No, you know, we always do that on this account. I have no idea why I bothered with this bullshit, but thank God it's fucking over. I will say though, I did learn some things that made me a lot better at the fight, right? Like, you know, that one time that we almost won today, but we lost, that was because of a misplay, right? Now I'm like, oh, okay, you know, he always taunts when you break his first health bar, and it's a debuff, and, you know, there's a lot of ways to play around that. So just, you know, along the way, we learned a lot of little things that really helped, so. Oh yeah, we have to actually kill Skelly Boy. Now it just feels like bullying, but with how much trouble he gave us, I don't really care. This guy really is the true boss, though. Like, dear lord.
Okay.
He's probably dead this turn. He might just live. Yeah, 126. All the BM right now. And I never used my invulnerability.
Okay.
Even though we got a lot better at that fight, there's still RNG in that setup though. But we did learn a lot of stuff to, you know, like if I kept using this setup over and over, the main thing is the Ricky Boy RNG. I think I've learned the fight well enough that as long as the Ricky Boy part goes well, I think I would win now. Because I kind of know what needs to happen and when to use your debuff clear and all that. But there's just no way around it. The Ricky Boy part with this setup is just, you need good RNG. Grand Saber Skeleton indeed. Okay, the other fight that actually matters here is Ibuki, but that's not for a while. I don't think there's any other fights that are too tough. Oh wait, no, there's Avenger Ushi, of course. Which I'm pretty sure Herc can just solo, but, you know. I think he needs to be really upgraded for that. I'm not sure mine could solo it because mine's not as, you know, not that upgraded really, and also in P1. Wasn't here for the fight, do it again, I honestly would have no problem doing it again if I wasn't going to hold back, right? If I was like, okay, now we're going to use Tristan, or now we're going to use Fujino, or whatever. If we had story replay, I would do that right now. I would go bust out Fujino and put her in the back and just laugh at the fight. Hot Wheels is good there too, though, because he can always survive the NP, and he can do enough he absolutely can do enough damage to get through the damage cut. But I don't know, Fujino is just so good there because she has buff block, she has 3-turn sure hit, you know, independent of her NP, so very easy to get through that evade at the end. You know, guts, so she survives, you know, pretty much anything there. The only bad thing about Fujino in that fight is her NP gain is not like the best, but it's not the worst. She has the NP gain buff and 2 art cards. Wait, doesn't Hot Wheels remove defensive buffs with his NP? I'm pretty sure he does. Let me check. I think he does. That'd be pretty good here. Yep, yeah, he removes defensive buffs. And you might say that doesn't work on damage cut, but it does. Like, what doesn't work on damage cut is defense ignore. Defense removal is not specific to a defense up buff. It's any kind of defense of buff, other than guts. And it's because guts actually doesn't count as a defensive buff, which is kind of weird. It makes sense and it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't mitigate damage. That's the thing. Guts is not doing any kind of damage mitigation or blocking, right? It does not do that. You take, when the guy hits you, you take full damage. It's just, oh hey, I come back from death. When you look at the buffs that defensive buff removals remove, it's things that in some kind of way lower damage, right? Defense up, damage cut, card resist, evade, invulnerability, super invulnerability, all that kind of stuff. It is funny, Hot Wheels removes Castro Artoria's super invulnerability. Are we already gonna fight Ibuki? I thought we had stuff to do before that. If we're already fighting her, we're gonna have to like go check our CEs and all that nonsense. I'm sure there's other buffs that don't count as offensive or defensive, because there's some buffs that are just like weird utility stuff. Like also healing. Healing doesn't count as a defensive buff, and that you might say that's weird, but it's not. Healing does not. It's not defensive, right? It's not mitigating, because the anti-defense stuff is things that mitigate damage or blocks damage. Healing again does not lower the damage taken, and it won't say, you know, it doesn't make you take 0 damage. None of that. It does something later that it happens to, you know, work in a defensive way, but it's not actually a defensive buff if you think about it. But yeah, healing isn't affected by either. I'm sure there's some other ones too, because there's so many weird buff types out there these days. Okay, it's not Ibuki yet. Let me see. Does this account have what? God, shut up. I want to see what our Pierce and Vulnerability CEs are. I think, which one's Pierce? I think it's this one. Okay, so we don't have anything too great. I don't even remember what this one does. I think it's like okay, but I literally don't remember what that one does. So we'll probably want to buy the one from the shop. Probably need to burn some stuff. I only need 1 copy though. You don't need to. Da Vinci, shut the fuck up! Whose idea was this? Like, it's just ridiculous. Alright, what do we burn here? What do we not need? There's so many things we don't need. Oh my god, we have Vlad. Why do I have these things? We have Vlad, Ku Alter, Hijikata, like, so many things. Mev, okay, that's the, you know what, we'll, they can go off together, and it's all romantic or some shit. Oh, he's on a team. Okay, hold on, we gotta do this right here. Why is he on a team? That's so random. Dude, there is no world where I use Mev or Ku Alter. I dislike both of them immensely. I love having to go forward to go backwards. Thanks, game. So what else? Hold on. We have so many things I need to burn for just like account management stuff. Like, holy crap. I think Antonio's in P5, but I should not burn that just to be safe. I'm pretty sure he's in P5 though. Fuck, I can't, hold on, I can't burn Kualter because I don't think what's her face is unlocked. Okay, let's take a look here. We have Plot Monk. That would have been a very practical thing to have leveled. I just can't help it, man. Like, I like leveling bronzes and silvers on new accounts. I really only level golds if I like super like them. Easy burn. There are so many things that I don't care about here. I don't see me leveling Emiya. I don't mind Emiya, but I've got him on my other account, so like there's just, I don't see me using him over here. I don't see me using Yan over here either. I like Yan, but I just don't see me ever leveling him on this account. God, I have Mordred. Don't think I'd ever use Helena either. Don't think I'd use Berserker Tam. I don't think I'd use Vlad or Hijikata either. What happened to Mev? I'm confused. What happened to Mev and Berserker Coup? They're high. Why is it sorted like this? What is going on? What? The fuck is going on? Why is it all of a sudden being sorted like this? The fuck? I'm so confused. Oh, it's because I think I'm... No, that doesn't change anything. Why is it sorted that way now? Like, what the fuck? It's like sorting by class or something, and then by level. No, I know where she is. I saw her. That's not the point. I'm trying to figure out why my filter is so fucked up. Cause look, I have level 1s up here, and then level 40s down here. Like what? I like how people think I can't see her. I've seen her like a million times. I'm trying to fix my fucking filter. Because it was not like this literally 5 seconds ago. They were all down here together. Like, this is absolutely not how most of my accounts have their their filtering being done. Like, absolutely not. This is the one thing I hate about JP. There's literally nothing else in the game that's a problem being on the JP server, but anything that has to do with filters is just, there's no way to know what the fuck is happening. I hate it being like sorted this way. This is so lame.
Yeah.
This is like normal. Let me see though when the XP cards get into it, if it still is. This is so obnoxious. I must have clicked something when I was burning, because it literally, we were in the screen like right before this, and it was not like this. I think it's putting all the locked things at the bottom. But see, that's just making it a chaotic mess, because it's not even putting the servants together. Yeah, it's sorting by class, and then the things being locked. So it's putting like the caster foe items with the casters, and so that's why everything is so fucking split up. That is so obnoxious. I have no idea like what the thing would be in this. No, I just reversed it. This is so fucking stupid. Nope, still doing it. It's because it's sorting by class is what it's doing. I have no idea how to fix this. This is gonna drive me like nuts. I'm gonna have to like go on my NA account and just check everything. This is so fucking annoying. Just burn everything. Yeah, there's always that option. It's probably one of these things that I'm gonna have to change. God, what a mess, dude. Like, why would you want your XP cards and foe items being sorted with the servants? Like, that's so stupid. Well, I'll have to fix this off stream because the only way I could fix this is if I looked up a guide for like to translate the menus, or I looked at NA as a reference. There's no way I'm gonna fix this by guessing. Oh, the music is looping. I'm about to burn so many things. Dude, I hate the way it's sorting right now. This is so fucking dumb. I know there's other servants on. Oh, there we go.
まだ見ていく？うんうん。私も張り合いがあるってものさ。
There's no world where I'm leveling Vlad. Like, no, I fucking hate Berserker Vlad. I like Lancer Vlad, but I fucking hate Berserker Vlad, and then his mats are horrible. And like all these, half these servants I just burned, I already have them on my other accounts and they're already upgraded, so I don't give a fuck about them on an alt account. I just got so many rare prisms though.
レアものだね。任せて。
And see, here we have things I actually care about.
それともあれがいいかな。どれも貴重な品だ。たっぷり悩んでくれたまえ。
I could buy all of them, but even if I did, I don't think I would limit break them, so I don't think there's a point. I'll buy 2 of them for now, and then we'll decide later if we want to limit break it or not. Wouldn't mind the Arjuna one. That's alright. Do I have Melty Sweetheart? I probably already bought that. I normally buy it pretty soon. Because there's just random bosses it counters the shit out of. Nope, I didn't. Anything else that's like super pressing? Plenty of good stuff in here, but nothing that I'm like, oh my god, I need this second. Bunch of worthless mystic codes. Anniversary Blonde is like the only one that's important. That's pretty tempting. It's a good command code right there. Probably get that eventually. That's a pretty good one. I'm not sure how... It's 5 rare prisms though. I mean, it's a decent command code, but it's not that good. Like, Jesus Christ. It's only good for very, like, specific units. Yeah, main interludes are kind of silly, the way they do those. That's a really good command code, or CE right here. Because it's a guaranteed Pierce of Vulnerability you can get. And yeah, it doesn't have like good damage up or anything, but it has starting in P, and you're not going to complain about that, so. Although when I think about it, I don't actually need it for a Buki because you can just solo a Buki with a bunch of different people. But I didn't really need those rare prisms, but there'll be other fights that I might need it on, so I don't mind having it. A pretty universally useful CE. I mean, Pierce and vulnerability stuff comes up all the time, so. Yeah, Super Orion can summon it, solo it, Fujino can solo it. I remember we literally streamed soloing with Fujino, but I don't remember if she had to do something fancy like the Yang CE or not. She probably did just because of the invulnerability gimmick there. Or Super Orion, I think, was still good with the Yang CE, but he didn't really need it because he didn't need the damage and he has his own Pierce invulnerability. Okay, this is like a whatever stage, I think. It'd be fun to summon Billy, because Billy helps there, but he's not a carry, right? It'd be interesting to see if this account could do it. Probably could. Might be a little RNG just because of our skill ranks and everything, but if I summoned a Billy, we could probably pull it off. I could pretty much, I mean, look, I bet you I could pretty much do the setup from the video that I made. The only difference is our skill ranks would be lower, so it'd be a bit less effective, but... Let's see. Yep, I could absolutely do what I did in the video. This setup is like just all of it super budget, and I have all of it. The difference is David's skill ranks would be lower, Asclepius' skill ranks would be lower, Robin's skill ranks would be lower, so, you know, it wouldn't be as good. We also don't have Golden Carp, but that's not that big of a deal. Excuse me. Gonna have to fix tea in a minute. I'll probably take a break soon because I need to deal with some real life stuff and allergy problems. And then I want to finally play Dragon's Dogma. I keep trying to stream it, and then things keep being wrong. But I finally got everything fixed last night. We got the mod, and the enemies are not, you know, super easy anymore, so we can have like an actual gameplay experience. Maybe taking this too seriously, but you never know. Although I should be bringing Hans for Bond and Arash too. Oh man, yeah, he's getting there. What about Arash? Not as close, but someday. Yeah, it's generally a good idea to get the Melty Sweetheart CE. It's not crazy high priority though, unless you're stuck in a fight where you know it's useful. I would normally wait to buy it and you're like, oh hey, it'd be good right now, then go buy it. Because there's other CEs that fill a similar role, like the Caneth one and Sunlight and that kind of thing. You know, back in the day before Nerofest came up, I would recommend it a lot because there were fights in Nerofest that were super useful for it, but those are already passed on NA and JP, so it is good, but you're not guaranteed to need to use it. I'm just gonna NP. Oh, shit. I didn't have any starting NP. Never mind! And if you got Rare Prisms to spare, you know, you might as well grab it, but, You know, they might always add main interludes that you want rare prisms for. Although, to be clear, when main interludes happen, you don't need rare prisms for them. You can do it for free for a week. You only need the rare prisms if you come in after when they add it. You're not getting me to say it. You can't be so obvious, right? Like, if you're so obvious, it's never gonna work. You gotta be stealthy about it. Because we have, like, no cards, I don't think I can kill it here. Just face tank it and have debuff immunity, so I don't, although I might just do NP drain. Huge waste of my skills there, though. If someone had a Buster card, we would have killed it, and if she had 2 cards, we would have killed it. But, like, Robin or David had a Buster card, we could have killed it. Septum main interlude. I would not put it past them. David with the damage, though. That was super effective. Didn't think David had it in him to take out both of them like that. And then we get all this NP again. Shame we didn't have the NP gain skill from Plot Monk. I really do think if they get around to adding story replay, there's a good chance they'll corrupt the hell out of it. But they're fucking outsourcing the Noble Phantasms, right? Like, and they're not doing anything. So like, I just, they're so fucking lazy, dude. Like, holy shit. We are doomed. Maybe I should have taunted just to give her more NP gain. Yeah, they're outsourcing the NPs now. Apparently. Allegedly. Like, they don't do the voice acting, they don't do the writing, they don't do the NPs. They clearly aren't doing quality of life updates, because we never get those. They're not making new game modes. Like, I can't even fathom what they're actually doing with their time and money. I really think, I'm serious, with how they've acted and from what the leakers have said, that, you know, people that work for the company, I really think they were trying to just phone it in like a motherfucker on FGO, and like, oh yeah, we'll make money from it just from coasting, and they wanted to put all their time and resources and funding and stuff into their new game, and they were hoping, because I'm sure they got a bigger cut of that new game, right? It has those publishers involved, you know, FGO, they have themselves, they have Aniplex, they have Type Moon, right? That's more companies involved than normal, so they don't get as big of a cut. They were like, oh man, we can make a game that's super successful like FGO, and we'll get a bigger share of the profits. And so I think they have been phoning it in on FGO super hard, and they were just putting all their bets on that fucking Sakura game, which obviously did terribly and blew up and is already shutting down. Like, I really think that's what happened, because, I mean, the guy that works for DW said they were pulling people off of FGO and putting them on Sakura Wars, right? So, I mean, that does not show that they've been putting their best foot forward with FGO at all, and in that they're trying to, like, improve. I don't think they're sitting there thinking, how can we make this game better? How can we, you know, get more players to play it? How can we get people to spend more money? I don't think they're doing that. right? I think they're like, how can we, you know, put our resources into another game that we can make more money from? I think that's what they've been trying to do. That's why we've literally been 6 years and we've got no new game modes, and you know, there's fuck all good quality of life updates and all this other nonsense, all these phoned in animation updates and everything. I can't believe they're fucking outsourcing the NPs, dude. That's just so ridiculous. So if I had taunted last turn, I could have done Atlas and taunted last turn, I would have gotten my NP and I could just kill it right now. I was hoping I'd get my NP anyway, but not quite. But I don't know for sure that they're actually outsourcing the NPs. This is what people are saying, so I haven't looked into it. Like, the other leaks from DW I know are true because the guy proved it was true because he literally predicted like what the release schedule was going to be and all kinds of, like, he clearly works for the company. But I don't know where people are getting for outsourcing it. From an interview, did they just say it? I'd be surprised if they just said it, because that'd be a fucked up thing to admit to. Unless it's like an ex-employee or something, but it'd be really weird if they admitted to that. Like, normally companies don't go out of their way to talk about that kind of thing, especially if it's in an area like that. It's one thing if you talk about outsourcing, like, you know, like, under the hood stuff and things like that, but that's a pretty bizarre thing to admit to. Who's the interview with? That's what's relevant. I don't care about link. I'm not gonna sit here and read the interview on stream. Like, who's the interview with? Because that's the relevant part. Well, they're not grinning right now. They've been losing a lot of money. I mean, they had an 81% drop in profits, and their other game just shut down. So they're not grinning at all. I'm hoping because their other game failed so miserably, they're gonna be like, okay, we need to focus on FGO, and maybe they'll start actually putting effort into it again. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Even if they start working, I always say this, but it's just the truth of the industry. Let's say they're like, okay, guys, we need to start putting effort into FGO. This other thing's not going to work out. You're not going to see that hit the pipeline for a while, right? You know, you can't just start. You know, things take a while to create and all that. What I'm worried is they're just going to do it again. They're just going to keep trying to, you know, throw shit at the wall until something sticks. Because they got that other game they've been working on for years. It's called like It's Difficult Becoming an Adult or some crap. I'm worried that now that their Soccer Awards game has exploded, instead of doubling down on FGO, they're going to double down on that game and hope that one works out. But this sucks, man. I hate the state of FGO. Like, I hate that it's like this, because I like the core gameplay of FGO, and I love the voice actors, and the story's fine, and you know, the boss fights are good, and I love the franchise, but FGO is just, I mean, it's ridiculous how little effort they put into it. It's just sad, and like, what a waste. Because it's a good game in certain areas, but it could be so much more, right? It could be so much more. I mean, again, they're never going to make FGO 2. It's never going to happen. I mean, you'll get some other Fate mobile game eventually, but it won't be called FGO. It'll have completely different gameplay, and it'll probably be a different developer, although we'll see. And it probably won't be until FGO dies down dramatically. So that's not going to be for a very long time. Although if DW keeps this shit up, maybe not. My worry is whatever the next big Fate thing is, because I like the Fate franchise, right? You know, my channel is basically built on it, although I do like other franchises too, of course. But, you know, I'm a big fan of Fate stuff, and I want there to be a good, you know, ongoing Fate game, but I'm worried whatever next game they make is just bad, and it doesn't hold my interest. I mean, I like Fate, but I'm not gonna, like, there's a reason I don't stream Extella Link, man. It's a shitty game, and it's so shallow, and it's boring, right? There's no world where I'm gonna be streaming that. You know, like, maybe on like a one-off stream, sure, but I'm not gonna have like a daily, like, there's no way. Like, I have to actually like the game. And, you know, thankfully, you know, FGO's boss fights and stuff actually do, you know, interest me, and I do enjoy them, for the most part. You know, they have their moments. But, yeah, I'm worried that whatever the next Fate game is, that they, you know, want to be their big ongoing game, is just gonna be crap, and it's gonna be super casual, it's gonna be boring as hell, and there's gonna be, you know, no way to have, like, fun boss fights and everything. And, you know, that would suck, but, you know, it might happen. I mean, I'd say more mobile games than not are bad, so the odds are against them, really.
そうだね
I know Babbage is quite the spooker when it comes to sound effects. I mean, Type Moon has realized they can coast off their IP, and they realized that a long time ago. I mean, that's just a fact. Literally, go Google Type Moon's release schedule since the founding of their company, and as soon as Fate blew up, they stopped releasing stuff almost entirely. They've barely released anything ever since Fate blew up. And they released a little bit, and they advised on some projects, but I mean, they basically stopped doing things when Fate blew up. They used to release things on a pretty regular basis. You know, they used to be pretty, you know, into the whole actually putting out content thing. And as soon as Fate just started doing so well, like once, you know, when Fate first came out, it didn't like blow the fuck up. But once it blew the fuck up, I mean, they barely put anything out. I mean, ages and so long, even before FGO. What they mostly do now is they just advise other projects, right? They like, you know, like Fate Strange Fake, they're not actually writing it, but they advise on it. And then they make money off of it because it's their brand. So that's mostly what they do these days. I mean, it's taken them like 80 years to make the Tsukihime remake, for God's sakes, so. This is where an AoE archer would have been swell. Hopefully the last wave doesn't have sabers in it, or I'm making a big forking mistake right now. We'll probably get a new Fate fighting game someday. There is more information about Notes in the Notes character material book than there is in the actual story. However, you can still make an adaptation of it, no problem. It's easy to expand upon. I mean, literally, between what they explain in Notes, because Notes explains a lot of story stuff that happens that you didn't see in the book, and like in a very clear, upfront way. And it describes like how a lot of the types look and things like that. So between the character material book and Notes, you could easily make a story out of that. I mean, easy. There's plenty of material there for a pretty fleshed out story. You're not going to make a 100-episode anime by any means, but you can make a 12-episode anime or an OVA or something. No problem. Like, it would not really. You would need a good writer to fill in the gaps and, you know, have your characterization, because there's not a lot of characterization done in Notes. But yeah, it actually would not be very hard to do. It doesn't really need to be an OVA though, because there's so much information that like happens before the story that you could just show. You could show the battle with Type Jupiter and all these things, and you could show the history with like how the A-rays and Etherliners came to be and all those things. Like it'd be pretty easy to make a proper anime. Like you could make a 12 to 24 episode anime. The key is just having good characters that, because you know, mostly only the Notes, the actual book, really only characterizes Gun God, Vivi, and the Nameless Angel chick. That's it. And only in a few scenes, right? But it gives you a good blueprint for how they act and how they talk and you know what they're gonna do. You would have to flesh it out more than that. You need to you know, characterize some of the Knight Arms guys. You know, obviously you need to characterize. You know, you're gonna have to, you know, flesh out and have more character interactions and more things happening. But that's easy to do because Notes lays the groundwork for that, like, so obvious. It's like begging for more, right? Like, but there's so much information there. I would be so happy though if you got you know, Type Moon to at least advise on it, and you know, do like write the character bios and stuff, and then have a studio do it. That would be awesome. So if Babbage had cards right now, we could just win because, you know, big crits. Unfortunately, Babbage doesn't really have any cards right now, so I go boom anyway? No, we'll wait a turn. We'll at least wait a turn and see what we can get here.
そうだね仕込みは上々ねスリーズぜそれ
BB is obviously not in Notes. That would make absolutely no sense. How is the deck shuffled like this? I am so frustrated right now. I probably just do the damage in like 1 by next turn, but I just want to see the big turn. This is so dumb. Love getting 2 turns in a row where Babbage gets 1 card. I get debuff, I can just debuff clear. I just want my Buster cards. How does this even happen? I guess I just go, who needs Buster cards? We'll just... Oh, that's so fucking frustrating though. Completely unnecessary Star Bomb, but why not? Well, the Star Absorb was what was really unnecessary there because we made 55 stars. When you wait that many turns and you don't get a single Babbage Buster card. I'm telling you, dude, this game needs a way for you to shuffle your deck on your own. It needs it so bad. Like, you should only be able to do it once per battle, or like once every like 30 turns or some crap. And literally, it would make the Hogwarts Mystic Code better. First off, no one uses the Hogwarts Mystic Code because it's shit, but it would make it better because then you can shuffle twice, and it gives you a lot of control over your deck. But it just gets so frustrating when you need like your cards, and on the first hand you got all of the cards, and then you have to wait the 2 turns and the deck shuffles, and then it puts those cards in the 3rd hand. It's just ridiculous, right? The shit like that happens sometimes, and it's just so frustrating. Taking over the stream with Steam. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. I need to go eat and just relax for a minute. This was a pretty frustrating stream, I'm not gonna lie, in terms of gameplay anyway. But I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna eat like whatever, and then I'm gonna finally play Dragon's Dogma a bit, and then I swear I'll stop putting Dragon's Dogma as the bonus stream. It's taken me a million streams to actually do the thing that I wanted to do, because the mod didn't work yesterday, and then before that we had to, kill the dumbass dragon. But now I can actually play the game, I swear to God. So yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. We'll play that, and then we'll probably go, after that, we'll do like Darkest Dungeon again, and maybe some other stuff. Let's see though, what is the plan here? So we've got about a week before Genshin does anything, and we have, what, like 3 days for FGO? So we'll probably just finish 5.5, and then we'll probably have like a day where we just like, I don't know, we'll use David and Phantom against the Lobo. I actually want to do that anyway. I want to see how David works. We were doing all that testing against Lobo. I want to do the same thing, but David's the DPS. I think that could actually be decent. He's not going to be like top tier or anything because he's kind of a support, but I think he'll actually do fine. Where if we use things like Phantom and stuff, I think it's going to be a total failure. Anyways, I will be back in like 10 minutes. Thank you for hanging out, for those that are just here for FGO. And for the FGO peeps, I will see you tomorrow. We'll hopefully fight Ibuki then, and I'm just glad that Tuna Can is behind us. That was awful. Anyways, I'm out.